working again. Oh, here we go. There we go. What the hell's that? Oh. I think I need to get rid of that. Let me just shut that down. And then we can get going here. Okay. Toronto versus Minnesota was the second runner-up in the poll voting. So let's just see. They only met in preseason. They haven't met in the regular season yet. Let's just see if I remember how to do this, because it didn't work last week. Okay. Let's just make sure we're all good, because we're going to do the format I did over the playoffs. Here we go. Teams take the ice. Toronto to your left, Minnesota to your right. Wool gets the start. Ooh. Thought he was better than that. Well, I wish I could make those names a little bit bigger so that I could actually see them. My old eyes can't read that very well. And outside of 34 and 16 for Toronto, I don't think I know any of the other numbers. Well, that was quick. Matthews to the penalty box. Minnesota, early power play opportunity. Toronto player waved out of the face-off dot. Minnesota wins the draw. Shot on net, Wool with the save, couple of saves. Toronto brings it out, and for some reason we have another penalty. Must have been behind the play because I didn't see anything there. So we're going to play a little 4-on-4 here. Oh, I know Tavares too. I guess I know that one. Long shot from the point. Minnesota dumps it in the corner. Toronto retrieves the puck. And oh well. Good draw weight on that one. Didn't go for icing. Ooh, Toronto gets caught on a line change here, but Minnesota has no help. Minnesota works it around. They've got a short penalty kill here. And both teams back at full strength. Minnesota brings it back in. Back and forth. Toronto manages to clear. Dumped into the corner. Toronto makes some changes. Minnesota makes a change, but it costs them a possession. Long shot. Gustafson the save. At least I think that's the name. Minnesota dumps it into the corner. Retrieved by Toronto. Quickly up to Marner, who gets free. Oh no, it's not Marner. It's 15. Looked like a 16. Sorry. Now the Matthews-Marner line is now on the ice. Back and forth between Marner and Matthews, and they make a change. Shot on, Gustafson holds. It'll be really interesting to see what improvements they've made to the play-by-play engine in 11. I'll have to see if anybody's streamed any games to have a look or what anybody's saying. Toronto brings the puck in. Shot blocked, but they turn it over. And Toronto brings it out. Puck's out of play into the penalty bench. Face off at center. Another block shot by Toronto. Minnesota brings it up. Nine minutes into the first period. 4-3 shots on goal favoring Minnesota. Matthews wins the draw. Shot on. Gustafson has to make the save with Domi standing right on the doorstep. And again, rebound, but Domi are not able to corral that. Now I got three people on one line. I'm doing well here. Domi with the block. And he brings it in. Over to Matthews, back to Domi, back to Matthews. Shot on net. Saved by Gustafson. Both teams make lineup changes. Minnesota brings it out. Long shot, Wool with the save. Oh yes, let's stand at center here and make a play happen. Ooh, Minnesota, opportunity there, puck out of play. Wool had to be careful there. Matthews wins the draw. Don't know what he did there, but Minnesota tosses the puck around a little bit. And Toronto's forced to ice the puck. Toronto dumps the puck out of play, manages to get their players off the ice, off that icing. Toronto brings it across center. And we have an interference penalty against Foligno. Toronto to the power play. And we'll play a little bit more 4-on-4. With Morgan Riley taking a penalty. Shot blocked. And Toronto brings it out. Turn over the blue line. Minnesota brings it back. And they turn it over at the blue line. Very choppy this first period. Shots are dead even. 4 minutes left. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Dumped into the corner. Toronto has possession. And both players return to the ice. And we're back at 5-on-5. Long shot, Minnesota. Minnesota makes a change, so does Toronto, but Minnesota goes in offside. Marner dumps the puck into the corner, gives chase. Minnesota offside again. Toronto moves it around. Good shot. Saved by Gustafson. Toronto brings it up. He's got a partial break down the wing. Waiting for his teammates to catch up, but nobody does, and Minnesota shoots it in on Wall, who covers up. And that'll be the end of the first period. 8-7 shots on goal for Minnesota. A lot of neutral zone possession. Other than that, it looked like it was fairly even all the way across. Okay, we'll move to the second period. Seems we don't have to wait for the Zambonis here. And Toronto now going right to left. Brings it in. Being hounded. And we got a holding the stick penalty. Minnesota to the power play. Long shot. Ooh. That was close from the point there. Looks like Wool kicked out his leg just in time. Minnesota brings it back in. Back to the point. Another long shot. Wool with the save. Minnesota works it around. Wool is seeing the puck well tonight. Less than 20 seconds left on the power play. Toronto returns to full strength, and Minnesota off a poor line change, it looks like, gets the opening goal. 2:50 into the second period. Matt Zuccarello. And the teams line up at center ice. Minnesota wins the draw and brings it in. Oh, nope. Turned it over. Now they bring it in. Another long shot. And Toronto looking to answer that goal back. Long shot, but Gustafsson with the save. Matthews loses the draw. Minnesota dumps it out. Brought right back in by Toronto, who turns it over. And Minnesota dumps the puck out of play behind the net. Toronto wins the draw. And we'll go to the power play. Kiprzov off. Birch holding. Toronto, chance to tie the game here on the power play. And move the puck around. And turn it over. Minnesota gets it. And barely gets it out. Marner brings it back in. Long shot. Saved by Wool with two Leafs standing over top of her. Gustafsson, sorry. Long shot, just wide. Good power play by Toronto. They just haven't been able to do anything. And that'll be the end of that. Minnesota on the break. Big save by Wool to keep the game 1-0. Now Toronto in on a break. And he shoots the puck wide. Jam at the side of the net, and Wool Gustafsson covers up. Minnesota slowly skates the puck up. Block shot. And Toronto moves the puck up. Minnesota dumps the puck into the corner, retrieved by Toronto, and they quick pass out, but Marner ices the puck. Minnesota with the win. Blocked. Marner shoots the puck out of play. Toronto wins the draw and loses the puck at center. Minnesota's doing a good job standing up at the blue line. Toronto's having a hard time getting in and getting anything going. Long pass up. He's got a partial break on the wing. Comes in. And a big stop by Wool. Matthews with the puck. Brings it across. Over to Marner. Back to Matthews. Long shot. Saved by Gustafson, and Minnesota brings it up. Toronto brings it across. They lose the puck at the line. Minnesota dumps it into the corner. Matthews has had an incredibly long shift here as he dumps it into the corner. Finally gets off for a change. Minnesota on a break. Stopped by Wool. Toronto brings it up again. Get across the blue line. Over to the opposite wing. Long shot from the point. Steered aside by Gustafson. Minnesota with a break. In all alone. Scores! Jack Quinn doubles Minnesota's lead with 6:44 left in the second period. Minnesota wins the draw, brings it in. Long shot steered aside by Wool. Tavares loses the puck. Minnesota again. Break. Stopped by Wool. Toronto's got a break. In all alone. And stopped by Gustafson. Matthews' line is back out, but Minnesota has possession. Marner comes in across the line, waiting for people to catch up. Over to Domi. Back to Marner. Long shot. Steered easily aside. Toronto waiting for the line change. They bring it in. And they score. Tavares on a nice give and go. Toronto cuts the lead to 2-1. And puck out of play off the draw. Do it at the blue line. Minnesota with the win. And another partial break. Two good saves by Wool. Toronto clears the puck down. This might be icing. Yes, it is. Minnesota with the win, but Toronto with the block shot, and they cleared out to center. Minnesota brings it back in. Move the puck around. And Toronto gains possession. Might lose it. As it kind of dribbles toward the corner. Long shot. Rebound, and Gustafson with the save. Matthews line back out, quick shot, and another save. Had to be sharp there. Trying to move the puck around pretty good. Quality scoring opportunity there. Shot blocked. Toronto brings it out. Domi over to Marner. Long shot. Ooh. Almost handcuffed Gustafson there. Turnover by Minnesota. Brought back in. Another long shot that goes over the net. Gustafson freezes the puck. Toronto applying a little pressure late in the second period here. 10 seconds left. And a long shot in will do it for that period. Teams trade goals, with Minnesota getting 2. Still looks fairly even. Shots are pretty close, 24-21. Minnesota with 8 giveaways, 8 takeaways to Toronto's 5 and 10. 10 block shots for Toronto. Face-off wins are pretty close too, 20-17 for Minnesota. Still have to figure out which shot quality 4 is the better chance, or if shot quality 0 is the better chance. I don't know if it's in the manual anywhere. Okay, let's get back to the third period. Toronto wins the draw, but puck is played out over the glass. Dumped in by Toronto. But Minnesota brings it out. Pass it around. Long shot blocked. Marner picks up the loose puck. And they get it down deep into Minnesota zone. They make a change. As Minnesota brings it up. Turn the puck over. Minnesota completes their change. Well, we scramble around in the neutral zone. Toronto, long shot, saved. Brought up by Minnesota, streaking down the wing. But one too many passes. Toronto brings it up, dumps it into the corner. Takes a funny bounce and goes all the way around. Minnesota recovers and brings it out. Long shot. Marner's got the rebound. He moves up. Oh no, it's not Marner. It's 18. Always looks. Need to find a better place to put the puck in their box so you can see the numbers properly. And an unforced error will be icing on Toronto. Matthews line back out on the ice, and they promptly ice the puck. Do that all over again. Matthews wins the draw. Marner doesn't get it out. Long shot. Wolves steers aside. Matthews in. Right back at it. Long shot, just wide. And I don't know what we were doing there. That would be the reason. A penalty. Toronto to the power play. Chance to tie. Good shot. Better save. Matthews loses the draw. And we have another penalty. Play a little 4-on-4. Lots of open ice. Matthews with the puck up the middle. The Domi back to Domi. And he turns the puck over. Oh, he steals the puck and gets a good shot. Minnesota down the wing. Long shot. Stopped. And that should be icing. Yep. 21 seconds left in 4-on-4 play. Tavares loses the draw. And Toronto dumps the puck down again. Well, they were rather generous there. That should have been icing under normal rules. Both teams back to full strength. I think Toronto's the only team that's had a full 2-minute power play this game. Toronto brings it in. Long shot. Goes wide. Probably looking for the tip as Tavares went through the middle of the ice there. A couple of good opportunities there. Gustafson coming up big, keeping his team ahead by 1. Toronto seems to be pouring it on a little bit now. Pressing for that tying goal with just 9.5 minutes left in the 3rd period. That's going to be icing because it'd be offside any other way. Another block shot by Toronto. Minnesota moves it around, long shot. Wool with the save brought up by Toronto. Kicked out, and that'll be icing. Toronto needs to get these guys off the ice. Been on a little too long. Matthews, yeah, bad line change. Minnesota takes advantage of Matthews and company heading off before the puck was cleared, and Ryan Hartman pots his 3rd. Line up at center. Toronto now down by 2. Nothing Wall could do on that, and his team abandoned him on that one. Minnesota looking for another insurance goal. Wall makes the save. Toronto loads up its top line again, looking for some offense. Dumped around, but Minnesota brings it out. Matthews picks the puck off. Up to Marner, who brings it in down the wing. In alone. Oh, and a stop. But he gets his own rebound. And now they're able to make anything happen there. 4:30 left. Toronto down by 2. Long shot. Just misses the far post. Minnesota dumps it in. Toronto gets possession. Bring it out. Just over 3 minutes left, 3rd period. Toronto looking for at least one more. Gustafson with the save on the turnover. Got to play. Got that right this time. Toronto with face-off win. But another block shot. Minnesota's done a good job of clogging up those lanes on those long shots. Toronto brings it back in. Another block shot. And Minnesota brings it back out, dumps it in. 1.5 minutes to go. Do we see Wool come out? Yes, extra attacker on the ice. Matthews trying to get the puck, just can't. Minnesota brings it out. And there's the empty net goal. That will salt it away for the Minnesota Wild. They will take this one 4-1. 23 seconds left. Wool back in his net. Minnesota looking for more. But there's the end of the game. Minnesota 4, Toronto 1. Three stars. Jack Quinn, goal and assist. Matt Zuccarella, 2 goals. And Ryan Hartman, a goal and an assist. Let's see, injuries. Oh, Morgan Riley, minor facial cut. Oh, Philip Gustafson, 4,000 career saves. Well, that's an interesting stat to track. And they've got Riley listed as day-to-day. And Eriksson Ek is day-to-day as well. Okay, well that's it for game one. Give me a few minutes and I will get Edmonton versus Calgary. So we'll see you in a few minutes here. Okay, and we are back. Got everything saved. We are about to get this one going. Edmonton at Calgary. Battle of Alberta. Let's get this show on the road. Ooh. Markstrom versus Skinner. And our silent national anthem is playing. And here we go. McDavid wins the draw. Ekholm up to McDavid, over to Draisaitl. And they score! Just like that. McDavid, Draisaitl and Ekholm. 18 seconds into the first period. Calgary wins that draw, dumps it in. Ekholm retrieves. Up to Hyman. Turns the puck over at center. Calgary brings it in, but turns it over and Hyman brings it up. Over to McDavid, back to Hyman. McDavid, long shot, wide. Oilers make a change. Calgary brings it up. And they complete a line change. McLeod dumps it in. Calgary brings it up across the center. Dumps the puck in, Nurse retrieves. David turns the puck over at his own blue line. Calgary. The shot and Skinner with the save. And Draisaitl brings it in. Long shot. Turned aside by Markstrom. Calgary long shot. Again turned aside by Skinner. Scrambling in the center ice area here, and Evan Bouchard takes a holding penalty. Calgary to the power play. Good shot. Good save. Oh, I thought I was going to change that. I still have Nurse on the power penalty kill. Although he's rated much better in the game than he is in real life. Oh, Holloway had a chance to clear and doesn't, but Calgary takes penalty. Play a little bit of 4-on-4. For 50 seconds. Calgary wins the draw. And brings it up. Turns it over to McDavid, who gets it up to Draisaitl. Long shot. McDavid with a shot. Markstrom, after that early goal, is settled in here. Calgary, long shot. And tries to jam it in at the side on the rebound, and Skinner makes the save. Edmonton's got a minute power play. Bouchard brings the puck up. Long shot. Calgary clears. Ekholm. RNH turns the puck over and Calgary brings it out. And that should do it for the power play. Calgary, Coleman back on the ice. Hyman dumps it in. Edmonton completes a line change as Calgary brings it up. But Kulak's got the puck. Up to McLeod. They move it around and a block shot. Calgary in on a partial break. Stopped by Skinner. Gets the rebound. And the puck is shot over the boards. McDavid's got the puck over to Draisaitl. Brings it in over to Hyman. Into McDavid in the middle. Long shot from Kulak. Stopped by Markstrom. Long shot again. And a block shot by Calgary. Broberg hassling his man. Calgary plays give and go several times and ends up turning the puck over, and Edmonton ices it. They won't be able to get fresh skaters out there. McLeod gets waved out. Holloway in to take the draw. And Zari? I think that was the name I saw. Long shot wide. Calgary keeps pressure on. And Skinner with a couple of saves. Connor Zari. Edmonton to the power play. McDavid doesn't win the draw. Calgary takes another penalty. Edmonton's going to have a two-man advantage. Two-man advantage for a minute 53. Oh. They're only showing one guy in the penalty box. Long shot. Calgary gets the puck and brings it out. Draisaitl with the puck. They move it in. Oh, bad pass by Hyman. Nurse dumps it into McDavid. Over to Draisaitl. Over to Hyman. His shot is blocked into the crowd. Not a very good 5-on-3 by Edmonton, which will continue as the penalty parade to Calgary continues. Lose the draw. First penalty's over. Second penalty's over. All the penalties are over. Edmonton doesn't get anything in on that. And dumps the puck up and down into Calgary zone. Zari brings it in. puck in the slot. And a bench minor. Wonder what that was for. Too many men? It's too bad we don't have instant replay in the game. Five on three. There must have been 2 penalties there. I'll have to check the thing after. Edmonton. Long shot. And Calgary gets the puck out of their zone and down the ice. David in on the wing, waiting for his teammates to get back. Takes an ill-advised shot. Calgary gets the puck out. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3. RNH comes onto the ice. And the puck is out of play. And it's power play. Very disjointed this game. Darnell Nurse, bench minor. Calgary will have a... I'm definitely going to have a look to see what these penalties were, because this is something weird going on here. But Edmonton scores. RNH. Increases their lead to 2-0. Calgary has a power play. Okay, that's strange. They set up, move the puck around. Long shot. Turned aside by Skinner. McDavid killing penalties for some reason. Who had that on their bingo card? Dumped in by Calgary. Both teams back to full strength after that wild penalty-filled first period comes to an end. Let's just quickly go over here. I just want to see what was going on here. Bouchard, yeah, Coleman. Zari followed by Dillon. Okay, so that really didn't make a lot of sense there, but I guess it works out. Okay, on to the second period here. Teams switch ends. Calgary wins the draw, brings it in. And to cut into that lead. Oilers bring it out. McLeod gets stripped of the puck at the blue line, and Calgary puts themselves offside. Zari tossed out, but Calgary wins the draw and brings it back in. Long shot steered to the corner by Skinner, but his team doesn't do him any favors. Broberg with the puck, dumps it out of play. McDavid line back on the ice. Draisaitl over to Hyman, back to wherever. Pretty hard to call play-by-play when this is going at like 1.5 times the speed. Draisaitl brings it back in, shoots it into the corner. Calgary. Don't know what they're doing. We're playing the dance with the puck here. And finally bring it out. Shoot it into the corner where it's retrieved by Gleason up to Holloway, who turns it over at center ice. Long shot steered to the corner. Calgary brings it out, turns it over, but Edmonton's offside. Tyler Bertuzzi got caught. Oh, 50's Lavoie. Long shot, Skinner. But he turns the puck over to a Calgary player who rifles it home from the slot. Matt Coronado. Calgary cuts Edmonton's lead to 2-1. right back in. Another long shot. Kulak gets it up to McDavid. Over to Draisaitl. They do the give and go, but Calgary intercepts. And Skinner covers that up. Holloway brings it across the blue line and over center, and dumps it into the opposite corner, where everybody skates by it except the Calgary player. And they bring it up. Turned over. Holloway. RNH dumps it in behind the net, but it goes over the net and into the crowd. Calgary, give and go. And a save by Skinner, and he covers the puck up. And Calgary ties the game up. And got caught standing around. Coleman. And we have a tie game. 12.5 minutes left in the second period. And dumped out of play by Edmonton into the Calgary bench. Calgary on a break. Stopped by Skinner. Draisaitl with the puck. Up to McDavid. Brings it in and turns it over. Ekholm with the puck. Gets it over to Hyman. Who dumps it in the corner. Gives chase, but Calgary's got the puck and they bring it out. Sloppy change by Edmonton. Calgary's got a partial break. But stopped. And Gleason has the puck. Hyman's at a long shift. Ooh, long shot. Calgary with a break on a poor Edmonton change. Caught Edmonton napping a couple of times this period. Oh, Calgary puts themselves offside. McLeod tossed out. Lavoie steps in. Calgary wins the draw, but Ekholm recovers the puck in the corner. Over to Broberg. And Bouchard takes another penalty. Calgary. Oh, I guess we have 4-on-4. Bouchard took somebody with him. Icing on Calgary. Calgary is dominating the face-off dot tonight. And Edmonton scores on a turnover in front of the Calgary net. Looks like Hyman. Yep. David wins the draw. Draisaitl into McDavid. Long shot just wide, and he gets his own rebound but can't make anything happen. Nurse retrieves. Long pass misses Draisaitl. This will go for icing. Calgary wins the draw, but blocked by Ekholm on the shot. David. And Nurse turns it over and ices the puck again. That's the Nurse I know and love. And we're back to full strength. Nurse gets it up to Bouchard, who dumps it in and he gives chase, but Calgary gets there first and quick outlet pass. They turn it over and McLeod brings it in to Broberg, back to McLeod. Bouchard. They toss it around. And a block shot. But Edmonton recovers. Wow. Good save by Markstrom as his team abandoned him in front of the net there. flurry by Edmonton, but nothing there. Gleason retrieves. All the way back to Gleason, over to Bertuzzi. Oilers make a change. Hyman comes on with R&H. A couple of shots. Samuelson off to the penalty box. Oilers back to the power play. They win the draw. A long shot. Steered aside by Markstrom. Calgary gets it out. Moving in short-handed. And shot blocked by Bouchard. Hyman's got it. Brings it in. And dumps it in over the glass. Well, that was an interesting one. Linesman gets tired of Zari. Don't pay much attention to the scroll on the bottom of that one. I did. Again, Edmonton's power play very disjointed here. Shot by Draisaitl, saved by Markstrom. And that'll do it for power play. Calgary back to full strength. Long lead pass. In all alone. Bertuzzi can't get it by Markstrom. And the penalty parade for Calgary continues. Mackenzie Weegar. 20 seconds left in this period. Calgary clears the puck, and that will, for some reason, Skinner covered that up. One last chance. Edmonton brings it out, but they're not going to have enough time to get it up the ice. Takeaways. Yeah, too many giveaways for Edmonton. Calgary's only got 5 giveaways, and they've got 7 takeaways to Edmonton's 6. Block shots are pretty close, 6-5 for Calgary. Faceoffs have gotten a little closer. It looked like Calgary was running away with that there for a while. Okay, on to the third period. Edmonton up by 1 and on the power play for another minute 41. R&H. Second unit's out. Interesting start by the coach. Turn the puck over and Calgary brings it back short-handed, but they turn it over and Bertuzzi brings it back in. All the way, long shot from the point, stopped. Calgary's got the puck and they get it out. Calgary dumps it in and Gleason recovers in the corner. Oh, but he turns it over. Good opportunity, short-handed for Calgary there on a bad turnover by Gleason. And Edmonton ices the puck. Team's back at full strength. Nurse turns the puck over. Edmonton brings the puck out. McDavid gets by a couple of guys. Back to Draisaitl. Long shot. Kicked out by Markstrom. Nurse quickly up to Hyman, over to Draisaitl. Slowly brings it across center and dumps it into the opposite corner. Recovered by Calgary, and they bring it out as Edmonton makes changes. Colton Young. Edmonton back to the power play. Draisaitl takes the draw. Loses it. And Calgary clears the puck. Brings it up. Dumps it in. Skinner gives it to Nurse, who moves it up quickly to Hyman. He dumps it in the corner. Not a play. Edmonton's power play is definitely not clicking on all cylinders this season. Calgary comes in short-handed. Harassed by Nurse, and Bouchard takes his 3rd penalty of the game. So we'll play a little 4-on-4 for 44 seconds. Saying that fast 5 times. Hmm, 10 seconds, Calgary will have a abbreviated power play of a minute left. Edmonton clears, Calgary recovers, and they bring it up while Edmonton changes its penalty killers. Oh yes, Draisaitl McDavid is penalty killers. Oh, Holloway's out now with McDavid. Calgary's power play looked sharper earlier, but that's going to be it. Edmonton's back to full strength. Let's see if Bouchard can keep his hands on his own stick for the rest of the game. Bouchard brings it up. Dumps it in the corner. Oilers finish making line changes. McLeod's line comes out. However, we're waiting for a defenseman to get off. They've got 3 defensemen on the ice. 4 if you count Broberg, but he's been switched to left wing. And the McDavid line gets back on the ice. And Calgary goes offside. Quick change. Both teams. Calgary brings it in. He comes in on the side. Big stop by Skinner, and Edmonton recovers the rebound. Bertuzzi brings it in. That turns the puck over. Holloway harasses his man. Calgary is moving the puck around. Long shot. Looking for the tip, didn't get it. Calgary dumps it back in. Gleason's got the puck. Oilers make a change. 9:20 left. Third period. 1-goal game. Boy turns the puck over. Calgary brings it out. Draisaitl. Over to McLeod, back to Draisaitl. Lavoie with the shot, steered aside by Markstrom. Both teams making changes. Broberg gets the turnover and dumps the puck down. Edmonton makes a change. Calgary not able to take advantage that time. Looks like Calgary finishes making their change. Bouchard with the puck. Up to RNH. Over to Holloway, I think. Is that 55 or 59? Oh, Bertuzzi. Calgary wins the draw. Brings it up. Passes it around. Long shot. Skinner covers. Edmonton wins that draw. Holloway gets it out over to Lavoie. Into McLeod, but he loses the puck, and Calgary. Another penalty. Pospisil. Number 1 unit comes out. And they win the draw. Nothing happens there. They can't get a shot. Calgary takes the puck away and clears it down onto Skinner. He pushes it into the corner for whichever one of these slowpokes decides to get there first. It'll be Nurse. Quickly up to Draisaitl. Over to Hyman, who... Oh, look at that! Bouchard. Yet another penalty. Oilers player of the game is number 2, Evan Bouchard. We'll play a little 4-on-4 for a minute 2. Great opportunity here for Calgary to tie the game and potentially take the lead on the power play. And they do. 4-on-4 goal. And they'll still have just over a minute to work on their power play when this is over. 3:38 left to go. Dylan Dubé ties the game. McDavid with the win. Draisaitl brings it in, but turns the puck over at the blue line. Calgary just under a minute on the power play. But the Oilers control. Long shot. Doesn't go anywhere. Calgary. Less than 20 seconds here on the power play. They turn it over, and Edmonton gets it out. Both teams back at full strength. This will be icing. 2 minutes left. 3-3 tie. All the way over to Bouchard. Dumped out by Calgary. This might be icing. Yes, it is. Boy, to take the draw, wins it. Kulak with a shot. Ooh, saved by Markstrom. Calgary brings it up. And the puck is out of play. Face off outside the Oilers' blue line. Won by Edmonton, but dumped back in by Calgary. Wide of Skinner. Kulak with just under a minute now left in the third period. Broberg's got it. But it's turned over. And Calgary brings it back out. 10 seconds left. Long shot wide of Skinner. Edmonton, Calgary, each get a point. And we are off to overtime. Three after 3. Calgary out shooting Edmonton 35-27. And RNH starts overtime. Up to Hyman. And Calgary gets the puck. And they bring it in. Long shot. Skinner turns that aside. Fortunately, the overtime dynamic in the game here isn't as fast and furious as the real thing. Calgary dumps the puck down. This will probably be icing. Yes, it is. Edmonton sends out RNH still. That's kind of strange. Another icing. RNH gets the puck. Nurse with the shot. Save. RNH has played 2.5 minutes of this overtime already. Long shot. Skinner stops it. He finally comes off. Draisaitl, McDavid come on. But Nurse stays on. Until fatigue really doesn't play much. McDavid comes in and stopped by Markstrom. And RNH back out again. I'm going to have a look at that overtime. Long shot by Nurse. Hyman picks it up on the sidewall. Long shot kicked out by Markstrom, and Calgary's got a break. He's in all alone. He can win it here. And Skinner with the save. Hyman turns it over. Calgary's got another break. In all alone on Skinner. And Skinner with the save. But Calgary scores on the turnover. Very questionable play calling by Edmonton in that overtime. Cost them that game. Full marks to Calgary, taking advantage of the fact that they didn't want to. Edmonton, for some reason, didn't want to put McDavid and Draisaitl out on the overtime. Well, let's see who scored that goal. Huberdeau, looks like. It's one of your stars, Draisaitl and Dylan Dubé. So Calgary comes back from a 2-0 deficit and wins the game 4-3 in overtime. And have won both games so far this year. Okay. That will do it for this week's game. Yeah, Huberdeau from Bluger and Uyghur. Okay. That'll do it for this week. I'll be posting the next poll on Thursday, so make sure you vote for the games that we want to see on next Sunday, once I figure out what they are. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you next week.